Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so Troy Hirschby's here. What we're gonna introduce today is a material that thus far in the experimentation is proving to be, as an understatement, a wonder material. I've been at this for 25 years and it's just been failure after failure after failure. The goal is to supersede the strength of steel, obviously. Not pound for pound, but straight up. So, an example is, this is a piece of high-grade steel. It is 3 inches in length, 2.5 inches in width, 1/8 of an inch thick, weighs 111 grams, high-grade steel. I was told by some scientists that I know that before you go spending a fortune at a government lab to do bend tests and tensile tests and that, this is the one you want to get built. It might be crude, but it is scientifically valid in its application and the results. So I had a welding shop build it. This is a bend test. The one that people are used to is down. This simply goes up. So it's a 20-ton hydraulic jack. It registers PSI and bar. Now, we hit the breakthrough 2 months ago, and it is so-called Vulkanite H. And it is, if, as the scientist said, you can prove your results thus far in a government lab under scientific scrutiny, then we will have literally turned the world of material science upside down. I'm going to tell you why. Vulkanite H, that's the easy part. 70% lighter than steel. Okay, big deal. Is it stronger? Straight up, not pound for pound, but is it stronger? Many times stronger. But it's the added variables that come with it that I wasn't expecting. And those in the scientific community that I'm talking to are just mind-boggled over it. So we have to take it to the next step, which is a lab under government scrutiny, and we will. But what I wanted to do today, and it'll be a surprise to me as it will be to you, is do a test which is throwing the scientific community off. Because as they state, steel is steel on a bend test. And if you're lucky enough to match the strength of steel, which is an example of titanium, as strong as steel, a lot of people think it's stronger, it's not. It's as strong as steel, but 50% lighter. You've got something there. The point is simple. Whether it's carbon fiber or any other material, when you match or supersede the strength of steel, you have a material that is hard. And in a bend test, that's the bend test. That's what happens. You throw it away. Not so with the Vulkanite H. And I don't know why, and I don't care. What it does, what you're going to witness, is absolutely miraculous. As I stated, the scientific community are saying, hey, if this is real and you can prove it, you've got a game changer. This is what happens to the Vulkanite for some reason. Anybody that thinks you can just take any material and throw a polymer or a resin into it and put it under pressure and it gets hard and you've got magic, not so. This is a sample. I've 1,500, 2,000 over the last 25 years. This is what you get. This is arguably the strongest man-made material to date. It's called Xylon. It's 2 times stronger than Kevlar. It is the new wonder material. And there's 50 layers in this. And it's compressed with a, high-grade polymer resin. And 50 layers. It was put into this bend test against steel. And this is what happens. It wouldn't even register. That's how weak it turned out to be. That's the bend test. And of course, it breaks, it splits, it cracks. That's what normal material does. And almost 2,000 samples over 25 years, that's what it does. Another sample of some of the best material in the world, same thing. That's what happens to it. It bends, it cracks, that's what it does. Now, you get the Vulkanite H, the wonder material, the new wonder material. And in June, I'm going to prove it to the world. And then after the government lab, I'm going to take on NASA's tether strength challenge. This is a piece of steel, high-grade steel, 3 inches in length, 2.5 inches in width, 1/8 of an inch thick, 111 grams. This is a piece of Vulkanite H. This is 33 grams, so I'm 70% lighter than steel. But this is magic, is the only word I can think of, because this is what it does. This sample, which I'm going to use today, because I'm not nervous, I'm excited, has been used already twice, if you can believe that. And we have it on film to prove it, and you're going to see the third time inside this strength test. This is what science, the ones I know, the scientists I know, are going crazy over. I had to make up the name because there's no name for it. Vulkanite has a flex, rebound, memory ratio of 98%. That means when you bend this in a bend test like this, within 5 to 10 minutes, it will rebound to its original shape to 98%, with a loss of strength of only 10% every single bend. No splits, no cracks, no tears, no breaks. Steel or any other known material today that is solid and strength, when you bend it, it's done. Not so with Vulkanite. This has been used twice. I'm going to put it in the machine for a third time, and I didn't mention, I beat it 4-1. Straight up. Not pound for pound. Straight up. So the same size in every way, shape, and form, 33 grams to 111, and I beat it straight up. This is bending at 150 psi to 200 psi. This first bend was 450. The second bend was 350, and I've got it on tape. Today we're going to see, I'm not expecting it because the scientists I'm talking to say, forget the first time, the second time is ridiculous. There's no way you could do it a third time, and we're going to see. Now, the other added variables that we have to Vulkanite H is, it is fireproof, already tested, and it's going to be tested on live film at the government labs. It is fireproof, it is UV resistant, it is bullet resistant, it is cold resistant. This is what we do. We stick it in ice for 4 or 5 days at a time, take it out, test it, it's cold tolerant. It's acid resistant, so it can handle all kinds of forms of weather. And the marvel of marvels, it has a memory reflex of 98%, which is unbelievable. So here it is. Here's a piece, high-grade steel. This is exactly how we do it. Put it up top here. We set the head. It's like a chisel, just like a chisel. And we just pump the 20-pound or 20-ton press. And what you want to do is you want to watch the gauge. As soon as I get it tight, we'll watch the gauge. And we'll be ready for it. It's going to be tight in a second. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, now it's tight. Now, here we go. This is really simple. And here we go. You're at 200, and that's it. 200 to 225 on a full bend. See, halfway between 0 and 4, 200 to 225. And we'll take a look at the bend now. 200 to 225. There it is. Science doesn't lie, neither does this machine. So now all we do is we take it out. It's really that simple, which is fantastic. And there is your run test. So we know that this grade of steel at this thickness will bend between 2 and 225 psi. Now, we take the Vulkanite H, reset this, like I said. The government lab, it's pretty well the exact same thing, except they're going down, we're going up. So we tighten the 20-ton pressure. The gauge is at 0. If this fails, and I'm fully expecting it to, as the scientific community is, twice was beyond their comprehension. We have it on film. I'll simply put a new one in, and we shall see. But I'm going for broke. I'm the one that loves to do the near impossible. I'm going to use the same sample 3 times on a bend test and beat straight up that piece of steel at 225 psi. Our first bend with that piece, we have it on film of course, was 450 psi. The second was 350 psi with the same piece. It reformed within 5 minutes. Now we're going to do a third one. Unprecedented. The scientific community is saying it's unprecedented. Twice as unprecedented. Can't be done. Never mind 3 times. But I say, hey, I want to try it. I want to try 3 times. Because I say, wow, could you imagine? I'm not expecting miracles, but this stuff is unbelievable. No cracks, no splits, no tears, no fraying. It's absolutely beyond comprehension, this Vulkanite H. Fireproof, acid-proof, cold resistant, UV resistant. Here we go. This is going to be something. Okay. Now, see, unlike, as I stated, and this is Xylon. That's what I didn't tell you. That's 50 layers of the greatest material to date. 50 layers, and it didn't even register. That's how poor it was. This piece that's in that sample is the same as this. It's 12 simple layers. 12, if you can believe that, of polyester that you buy at Walmart. That's all it is, polyester. Let's see if we get any pressure at all. This is the third bend. Oh, come on, baby. Register. Here we go. Oh, I'm doing it. Oh my God, oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. I beat it. I beat it. 300. 300. I beat it. Third test, 300. 325. Holy shit. 350. 350. I'm doing it. Look at this. Holy jeez. 350 on the third bend test. There it is. Look at it. Tell me that's not bent. 350 psi on the third bend. Can you believe this? Oh my God. This is incredible. Look at that. On the third bend. On the third bend. The same sample piece. Unbelievable. Unprecedented. You don't understand what that means. Science says this is impossible. You wait till I get down to Toronto at the CSA. I'm going to blow them out of the water. After 25 years working on this, you wait till I do the tensiles test. I'm going to blow them out of the water. Oh my God, that's incredible. That's incredible. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And the thickness means nothing. It's 33 grams. I'm using an 8-ton press. A 15-ton press is what I need, and it's going to squish it down to 1/8. Not a problem. Look at that. Look at, it'll come back within 5 minutes. You'll see it come back, and it's as hard as rock. Look at it coming back already. Now look, unlike this. Here it is. Look, look. This is the first test we did of this. This is 50 layers of Xylon. It didn't even register. It didn't even register. That's just, you know, your normal concoction. People think you can just throw this together. No, you can't. That's 25 years. Look at it coming back. That's 25 years. Look at this. Look at that. 12 layers. 33 grams. 12 layers. This was done at a machine shop. I used their 15-ton press. See the difference? This is the same one. The exact same one. And it gets even lighter. This is 27 grams. This is 33. Because when you put 15 tons pressure on it, you get more of the formula squeezed out. So that's 15 tons pressure. That's 8 tons pressure. 33 grams, 27 grams. Unbelievable. Look at it coming back. Look, look. Now, this is what I want to show you. This is what's unbelievable. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the splits. That was only once.